is up, guys? Welcome to Raging Jaffa Gaming. I'm Raging Jaffa, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm doing a Let's Build. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just setting fire to a load of trees because we don't have world edit on this server, and I will explain why in a future episode. Because right now it doesn't really matter because, you know, I'm a pyromaniac. I like setting fire to things, so I'm not complaining. And now that I watch this back, it actually looks better burning than it would if I were just cutting them all down. Yeah. So this is kind of a speed build kind of thing of a set for one of my friends' videos that she's going to be doing very, very soon. Now, I can't tell you what it is exactly, and I can't tell you why she's doing it exactly, but I can kind of talk about it kind of you may have seen the video Trouble in Airba on my channel recently. Here I'm just doing a bit of terraforming just so I've got enough space to put the house. You may have seen the video Trouble in Airba on my channel. Now, if you haven't seen that, then I'm sorry, because it is being taken down on Friday the 18th of April 2014, which for me recording this now will be tomorrow, but I may actually upload this video tomorrow, so that would be the 18th, so you know, you probably won't get a chance to see it, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen it, but yeah. So that video was for something that I can't tell you about, but everyone that's involved in this has to make a video like that, whether it be machinima or a first person thing. Now, mine was a machinima, but I think this is going to be a first person thing, and I have to build a house for it. That's me just teleporting the camera around. So yeah, I have to build a house for this. And she's going to walk through the house and have some sort of mishap or something, I'm not sure. So here I'm measuring out the house to the fact that it is too small, so I had to extend it by some. And then I come forwards and I measure it out a bit more. Now, I do think that it's good not to have square houses, and if I'm building a big fancy house thing like this, I will have it coming out a bit like a front entrance area kind of thing. And so yeah, that's what this is. So I build up these pillars here, not the front ones, because I do come to that later, but I think I get the main house done first. And there are some trees in the way, so I have to get rid of them quickly. And then I come along here and I join all of the supporting strut things together. And you can't see it, but I do it at the back as well. Yeah. So here I come in and put the glass in for the windows, and then I realise I've gone one too far forwards when I built it forwards. So I fixed the glass and then I rebuild the back bit one block forwards, because I derped out. So then I put all the glass in the places that I need to, and then yeah, so I just finish the windows on this side and then I start on the back. So I liked the idea of having a lot of light in this house, like a lot of natural light coming in through windows and stuff. So there is a lot of windows. But obviously if you do have a lot of windows, then it can look kind of plain and boring if you don't have anything to divide up and make it look a bit better. So that's why I've put these spruce logs in between those three windows, just to divide up and make it look a bit nicer. and at the back there's 4 wooden planks like in a row, but then I get rid of 4 of them in the middle, in the middle, yeah, to serve as some back doors, because we will need back doors. So then I come around the side and finish and like repeat the design on this side as well. I do misclick a lot in this. I'm not sure why. I just do. It's a thing that happens. So then I come and do the windows at the front, which are 2 there. Like it's a double window facing forwards, and then facing to the side it's a triple window. But I'm not sure how high I go on this. So I start off there, and then I realise I did it wrong. So I go back up one, because I have that door frame, and there's a 1 block gap between the wooden planks and that door frame, because I have a window above the door. And that is a lot of windows, that's why I do fix up. There's me teleporting the camera around again. So there I start on the front, and I put in the glass and the wooden planks and stuff. And then I come, and I did fly all the way around the house. I don't know why, I just did. And then I really wanted to add a bit more shape instead of just going straight up. So I took the second level and I brought it in by 1 block. So there's me putting all the supporting struts in. And then I bring the wooden planks all the way around, just as a quick guide. And then I'm not sure how many blocks I went up there, so I think it was 4 that I started with. And so I went all the way around with that as well. I accidentally broke the block back there. But hey, what can you do? And then I toy around with going 1 block higher, but I didn't really like it, so I got rid of it anyway. And then I start on the roof down here. And I do think that if you start a roof on the block that I'm building on now, then it can kind of look a bit flat and boring at the front, so I always come out by 1 block just to give it a bit more depth and whatever. So yeah, and I don't want this to be a pointy roof, so I only come up by 3 and then fill in the top with wooden planks. And as you can see, it's completely flush with the start of the next floor. And that's because I eventually make that into a balcony. And then I come around the sides with these oakwood stairs. Sorry. And just to give it a bit more depth, you know. And also, I wanted to hide the logs, the top of the logs, on like for the supporting things. And I had toyed around with this a bit before, and it didn't look right. Like I said, it looked a bit flat. So I put another extra bit on it, and as you can see there, it looks really nice. Well, I think it looks really nice anyway. And then I come in here and I fill in the windows here. I start filling the windows, I think. I wasn't quite sure where to start here. I was like, do I start at the back, the sides, or what? Trying to remember how I did things, or trying to think about how I wanted to do things, because I've built like loads of houses in the past, and I don't know really what windows I like and what windows I don't. I think here I'm actually building the roof, and you can't see it, but basically I used the same concept as the roof that I did on the front of the house here. But I went up by 4 blocks instead of just 3, and then I smoothed the top off with some oakwood planks. Unfortunately, you can't see this because the camera angle wasn't very good. I kind of misjudged it a bit. I didn't really have a theme for this build either. Here I'm putting in some oakwood logs there, but I'm not really as you can see, I'm filling in the glass there, but I don't fill in the glass in the middle, and that's because that's going to be the doorway to the balcony. But yeah, I didn't really have a theme. I put some windows on the sides, and then I just repeat it all the way around. It's simple. So yeah, I didn't really have a theme for this build. I just kind of went with it, and kind of went with whatever happened, really. And I quite like the way it turned out. I did start off by thinking, what if this just doesn't turn out right? What am I going to do? But I guess that's the same with any build, really. So yeah. So I come in and I start on the front here, with my face. And I start by marking off where the rooms are going to be. Because I think there are a total of 3 rooms, pretty much. Well, 4 if you count the entrance hall, which the camera's standing in right now, which we're in right now. So what I do is I literally just clear out the floor of the grass and dirt here. And then I fill it all in with oak wood planks. The block theme for this build was pretty much just spruce logs and oak wood planks, because they do look really good together. They complement each other really nicely. It's a look I absolutely love to go for. And here I start on the stairs, just because I'm not sure. I usually misjudge how high the walls have to go here. Like, I always misjudge the walls, so I always put the stairs in first, just to sort it out a bit. So here I just fill in the walls and take them up to the height they need to be. And then I fill in the ones above there. And sometimes I do like to change things up a bit, and sometimes I like to divide things and not divide things. Like this bit in the middle, I think sometimes I liked the idea of joining those two together and having a sort of kind of archway going to the stairs, and then I decided against it. Like sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. So here we're coming into one of the rooms, and this one is kind of a family room, kind of like a lounge kind of thing. So I come around and I fill the outside, like the outer layer, with oak wood planks, then I fill in the inner layer with red wool to kind of act as a bit of a carpet, just so it's like not the entire thing isn't just oak wood planks. Because, you know, that can get really boring. And so here I come and put some kind of bookshelf thing in, and it frames the windows. It frames these front 2 windows. And then I need to put some light in here because, you know, at night it will get dark, so we don't want monsters to spawn or whatever. So here I am going through my inventory, and you can do this really nice effect if you put a torch on a wall and then you put an item frame on the same block, and then you put a stone slab in the item frame. It looks really it looks really nice. It gives just a nice effect, you know. And I clicked twice then, and I kind of accidentally clicked there as well, so it put a stone slab down. So yeah, and then I come in here, I accidentally put a sign down instead stairs, and I kind of put this small sofa thing in, and then I put some, you know, signs on the edges just to give it some arms and stuff. And then I put some flower pots on the windowsill, like where the bookshelves are, and I put some of the new flowers in because they look absolutely beautiful. So then we move into the next room, and I do start going for a checkerboard pattern, like carving out of the floor, until I misclick a couple of times, and I'm just like, you know what, no, I'll just get rid of the whole thing and then fix it in a bit. Now this room is going to be a kitchen, so I was going with the traditional black and white checkered floor.